Now on CoastTV News.
Crash causes control after a teenager in Ocean City was critically injured. The new policy going into effect there for an annual event.
It's a milder start this morning with clouds and even a few showers, but don't get too excited. Not a lot of rain, more sunshine and dry weather on the way with a warm-up. Details coming up.
The Wi-Fi works, but other systems don't. That's the word for Sussex County Libraries. A look at the effort to get computers up and running after they were hacked.
Fallen Heroes Honor, the memorial about to be displayed today in Lewis that pays tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice in the global war on terror.
This is CoastTV News Today.
Thursday, October 17th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Paige Marley is off today, and thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour on this Thursday morning.
Yeah, you can call it chilly. It might just be plain cold right now as we continue these 40-degree mornings.
I was talking to some of the coworkers yesterday. You know, we all were just talking. Some of them turned on their heat. I haven't yet.
I am not there yet.
I'm not there yet. I got to save some money. But
yeah,
it's
ride this, open up the window period out.
Yeah, but when I got in my car this morning, it said 51 degrees instead of 40.
A little bit better.
Which we're going to bring in first meteorologist Bob Trihey. And Bob, it was nice to see a little 10 degrees warmer, but still cold.
Yes, it was a little milder this morning when I pulled into the parking lot, 50 degrees, guys. And that's because we have clouds in place and we're looking at even a few showers. Don't get excited. This is not the steady rain we need, but maybe just a few showers moving in from the ocean right now. Otherwise, we're seeing lots of clouds now moving in from the southeast all across Delaware into Maryland right now. And we have more of that rain farther to the south. We actually have an area of low pressure well offshore. This is a trough along the east coast, with rain from North Carolina kind of hugging the coast and then surface low pressure out to sea. So we've got a couple more hours of a little bit of rain, especially along the coast, and then we will start to see things begin to dry out. 55 Bethany Beach, 53 in Rehoboth. We have the cloud cover, a little milder here, but where the clouds are thinner, it's a little colder in Salisbury and Seaford right now as we have a northerly breeze and at times gusting over 25 miles per hour at the coast. So we could see a few showers this morning. Otherwise, clouds do start to decrease. We'll see a northerly wind, and then we'll see sunshine as we go into the afternoon hours. Another cool day with 50s and only lower 60s for highs, and then 50s for the evening hours. Day part forecast, decreasing clouds, but that northerly breeze keeping us cool with a high around 60, and we will gradually start to warm things up. And unfortunately, we stay on the dry side. I'll have much more in your forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Bob. New this morning, it's actually happening right now, the closest supermoon of the year. Supermoon, that is the term that describes a full moon closer to Earth than normal. Now, according to EarthSky, during a supermoon event, the moon may appear 8% larger and 16% brighter than an average full moon. According to NASA, it will be at its fullest in just a few hours at 7:26 a.m.
And on September 13th, Tyler Walsh, a junior at Stephen Decatur High School, was hit by a motorcycle while crossing Coastal Highway in Ocean City, leaving him in critical condition. The accident happened at the peak of Bike Week, sparking demands to make that event safer. Now the Ocean City Council are taking action, and officials approved a special event zone for next year's Bikefest. This will bring the speed in town down to 30 miles an hour, something one local says is a great idea.
I think it's a really good idea. It's very much needed. It has helped certainly with the cruising events that we have here in town. It has helped to deter the H2OI groups that had come in the past.
The mayor says they've never felt the need for such a zone during Bike Week, but after that accident this year, he believes this is a necessary step.
And the special event zone has been in place for many events there, including Endless Summer Cruising that just wrapped up. But this will be the first time it will be in effect for the Ocean City Bike Fest.
All right, this is now going to bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know if you think there should be a special event zone extended to all of Ocean City's events.
Okay, here is a look at the updated results, and 87% of you voting say yes. Only 11% say no, and then just a few votes there for the other categories, car shows and biker events only. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttv.com or on our mobile app. Happening today in Lewis. Strong emotions expected to be on hand at the opening ceremony of the Remember Our Fallen Iraq-Afghanistan National Memorial. So here are some of the images of this memorial. The ceremony begins at 1 this afternoon. It's at the ferry terminal. The memorial is sponsored by the American Legion Auxiliary Department of Delaware. They're in partnership with Post 17 and the Ferry. It showcases photos of those who made the ultimate sacrifice in the global war on terror. The memorial will be on display through October 20th.
And happening now, library computers are still offline in Sussex County. This is after they were hacked by ransomware almost 4 weeks ago. And according to Sussex County Library Advisory Board, the cyber attack is still under investigation. Signs like these can be found outside of multiple libraries in the county. While some libraries have Wi-Fi, their computers are still down, and it's unclear when they will be up and running again.
We have an update on the new school building for Sussex Tech. Later this month, officials will have a groundbreaking ceremony that will kick off construction. And here over my shoulder, you can see on your screen plans for the remodel. The groundbreaking will be held on October 29th at 4 p.m. That'll be rain or shine. And we continue to cover a story that will have immediate, it'll also have long-term impact to downtown Rehoboth Beach. The latest is the start, stop, and start again of the Rehoboth Avenue paving project. It was just a few weeks ago that we reported that it was being delayed. It was due to budget cuts by DelDOT. Now the city says the project is a go for this fall. CoastTV got mixed reactions from people in Rehoboth Beach. A statement from the city says repaving will take place overnight from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and it will start soon after the Sea Witch Festival. One business owner wants more communication from the city about these type of projects.
I wish that there was more communication between the business community and the city hall, because this quarter is our second busiest quarter. When it's fully done, obviously it'll give it a better look.
DelDOT has named Adel Construction, which has an operation out of Gumboro, to complete the repaving project.
And earlier this month, a traffic study was released in Rehoboth that was conducted over the summer. Multiple changes were under consideration in the study, and it was conducted by the Rossi Group. Just 2 of those suggestions included a possible citywide speed limit reduction and a digital parking system.
Delaware Governor John Carney has issued the state flag to be lowered to half-staff through sunset today. This is in remembrance of former Delaware Supreme Court Justice James T. Vaughn Jr. He passed away on October 10th. Vaughn was 75 years old.
And music fans around the world are mourning the death of former One Direction member Liam Payne. The singer of the boy band died after police say he fell from the 3rd floor of a hotel in Argentina. Few details are available at this time. Payne was 31 years old, and fans gathered outside of the hotel overnight, lighting candles in remembrance of the singer.
As the election draws nearer, both presidential hopefuls are making plays for unlikely allies. Vice President Kamala Harris sparring with Fox News outlet in a sit-down interview, and former President Trump making waves at an all-female town hall.
And NBC's Alice Barr shows us how each is appealing to voters who may be hesitant to issue support.
I'm offering a plan to deal with
Vice President Harris in her first formal interview with Fox News, making her pitch to Republicans hesitant to vote for former President Trump.
Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. I represent a new generation of leadership.
In testy exchanges over immigration,
that 85% of apprehensions.
I'm not finished.
The vice president zeroed in on the bipartisan border bill former President Trump opposed.
If a border security had actually been passed 9 months ago, it would be 9 months that we would have had more border agents at the border.
And defended her shift from more liberal positions during her 2019 presidential bid.
I do not believe in decriminalizing border crossings, and I've not done that as vice president. I will not do that as president.
The sit-down followed a Pennsylvania appearance with former Republican officials, including one-time GOP Congressman Adam Kinzinger, calling out Donald Trump's rhetoric as he appeared in a Fox News town hall with all-women voters. Working to make up ground with female voters, the former president stressed his support for in vitro fertilization.
I'm the father of IVF, so I want to hear this question. We're totally in favor of IVF.
And called some states' abortion laws too tough.
They're too tough, and those are going to be redone.
Former President Trump also appeared in a Univision town hall voicing support for legal immigration while not backing off false claims about Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And get this, Lyft is offering 50% off rides to polling stations on Election Day. It's part of its voting access program. The rideshare app says people without cars, they're less likely to vote. According to a report released by Lyft, a 1-mile increase in distance to a polling site can reduce voter turnout by 20%.
And we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Coming up, tennis play pause. What led to Lewis closing these tennis courts for repairs? Now they say you can find out when they'll reopen.
And banning the blaze will tell you what triggered a Delaware statewide burn ban now in effect and what fires are allowed during this time.
From cruelty to cuddles, these dogs are living with a loving family after being rescued from deplorable conditions. We'll show you their new leash on life. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Before I had my hearing loss treated at Mass Audiology, I had a hard time trying to participate in daily activities. Now I can hear.
If you're having trouble hearing, you should schedule a diagnostic hearing evaluation with an audiologist. If a hearing aid is necessary, the audiologist should prescribe a hearing aid and verify it using real ear measurements to ensure that it fits your needs. Call Mass Audiology and ask how Signia hearing aids can treat your hearing loss. To learn more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Turn your home into a masterpiece with Artwork Painting. Local professional painters at an affordable price.
Artwork Painting did an excellent job with our house. We were really happy with all of the pieces of work they did, the drywall work, the walls, the trim. I would definitely recommend Artwork Painting for your house.
Artwork Painting treats our customers and their homes with care, delivering quality work and experiences. Call Artwork Painting now for a free same-day estimate. Artwork Painting, keeping Southern Delaware beautiful inside and out.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood. The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the George H.P. Smith Park at DuPont and Johnson Avenues in Lewis every Saturday from 8 to noon.
Welcome to the brand new Baths by Spicer Brothers showroom. Experience the future of bathroom remodeling. Baths by Spicer Brothers is Delmarva's exclusive BCI Elite dealer, offering more selections, styles, and colors, including options like the laser etched tile pattern system. Made in the USA, built for beauty and performance, our baths are durable, mold resistant, and guaranteed for life.
With no money down, no interest, and no payments until 2026, you have no reason to wait.
Call Baths by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
From a life of unimaginable cruelty to a warm and loving home. That was the sad beginning but bright future of nearly 20 dogs rescued from a Bridgeville home found in deplorable conditions. In this week's Coastal Connections, let's meet a pint-sized survivor and some of her fellow pups who now they're making their adoption debut this weekend.
Millie the Boston Terrier's days are filled with toys, walks, and love.
She is adorable. She is very friendly and very sweet.
Millie's mom, Renee, adopted her from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. Millie was one of 20 dogs rescued from a Bridgeville home, sick and neglected. Her former owners are facing criminal charges.
It's devastating. If you don't see things around you, you assume everybody's good. So when you hear something like that, it just shakes you. It makes you concerned for humanity because it's just horrible what people can do.
From cruelty to cuddles, Millie is right at home. And a few of her fellow survivors, like Candy and her puppies, including Kit Kat, will make their adoption debut this Saturday at the Brandywine Valley SPCA's block party in Rehoboth Beach.
It's really all about the animals and raising money to make sure that we can keep helping animals just like this.
The block party will be their first step towards a new lease on life, just like Millie's.
It makes me feel great, and in fact, I feel like she's given me more than I've given her.
Because every dog deserves a happy home, and maybe a few kisses too.
Yes.
For Coastal Connections, I'm Madeline Overturf.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Welcome to the brand new Baths by Spicer Brothers showroom. Experience the future of bathroom remodeling. Baths by Spicer Brothers is Delmarva's exclusive BCI Elite dealer, offering more selections, styles, and colors, including options like the laser etch tile pattern system. Made in the USA, built for beauty and performance, our baths are durable, mold resistant, and guaranteed for life.
With no money down, no interest, and no payments until 2026, you have no reason to wait.
Call Baths by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy.
To learn more, visit nationalguard.com/DC.
We know Angela Alsobrooks got caught taking illegal tax breaks, owing $59,000 in back taxes.
And she's now getting a deal. No penalties and a 25% reduction in interest.
Now the New York Times reports Alsobrooks lied on official mortgage documents, and Alsobrooks was sued twice for not paying her bills. Thousands in water, sewer, and other expenses. What scandal will they report next? Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on CoastTV.
Coming up, Oscar-winning icon Kathy Bates is looking back at her incredible career and talking about her hit show, Matlock, and Valerie Bertinelli's at the news desk.
Thursday at noon on CoastTV.
Time is 5:17, and you are looking live at Ocean City. Got some cloud cover you can see there to start our morning. We've complained in the past, Bob, about rainy stretches of weather. Oh, it's raining every week. And we now actually have legitimate concerns about these dry conditions.
Yeah, we really do because, Matt, it's, we love the nice weather, but the thing is we also like to see the rain too, and we haven't, and it's going to be a long stretch until we do see some appreciable rain. So the last time we saw measurable rain, that was on September 27th, where we only picked up 0.13 of an inch. Ever since, it's been dry, and we have had no rain for the month of October. There's a little hope for a little bit of rain this morning, not a lot. We're seeing a lot of clouds across the area, and we actually have a little moisture coming off the ocean. I think I heard a few raindrops in Milton a couple of hours ago, and there have been a few light showers along the coast, but even there, look at that, it's dried up, and now it's just cloudy through Delaware into Maryland. More rain offshore, so maybe some of this rain will pivot in as we go through the morning hours, and that rain hugging the coast down into the Carolinas. This is actually a trough that's extending back to low pressure across the ocean, and this will slowly slide away. Now we've got massive high pressure. Look at this, right across the Midwest, keeping really much of the Midwest and a good chunk of the East quiet right now, and that will start to move to the east and push that system offshore. Temperature-wise, we're looking at 50s right now with the cloud cover along the coast, 54 Bethany Beach, 53 in Rehoboth, where the clouds are thinner, 42 in Seaford, 46 in Salisbury. So no frost this morning as we have, well, the wind blowing out of the north right now. So the wind and the clouds are mixing things up. And we're seeing sustained winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour and at times gusting over 20. And those gusty winds will be with us all day long. Here's Futurecast starting to clear us out as we go through the mid-morning hours. And once again, a couple of showers early on. And then by noon, we're in the 50s with those gusty northerly winds. By 3:30, only around 60 degrees. So another cool day. And then as we go through time through this evening, we're falling into the 50s. And then as we head into your Friday morning, we're looking at that northerly breeze. I think enough wind to prevent any frost as temperatures are in the 40s. And then by noon tomorrow, we're in the low 60s and then mid to upper 60s into the afternoon. For Friday night lights, I think we're looking at cool conditions, breezy, temperatures falling through the 50s and into the 40s. So typical football weather. Here are those winds out of the north gusting over 20 20 miles per hour for today, and they're still pretty persistent as we go through the next couple of days. By Friday morning, still pretty breezy along the coast especially, and then we're seeing a northeast wind, and those winds eventually do die down. We see that pocket of chilly air move away. We start to warm things up into the weekend, and especially next week, it warms up even more into the mid to upper 70s, and yes, we do still keep it dry. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. You can see how temperatures start to step up. A slight chance of a shower this morning, 61, 68 with sunshine on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday sunshine, 70 on Saturday, 74 on Sunday, and even warmer into next week, mid to upper 70s and dry Monday through Wednesday. So you really don't need an umbrella, but it's always good to have one on hand, and Rick Valentine from Lewis has a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV, so congratulations to him.
All right, thank you, Bob. A burn ban is now in effect for Delaware. It was issued by the state fire marshal's office, and as Bob mentioned, the reason why, it is really dry out, and that can increase the fire hazards. The ban includes all agricultural burning and all bonfires except for those smaller than 3 by 3 feet used for cooking only. Milton Fire Chief Johnny Hopkins thinks this is a smart precautionary measure.
It's extremely dry right now, so the opportunity for woods and field fires, you have farmers in the fields right now harvesting crops, but any other type of burn will, by this ban will be illegal at this point.
And the state is also encouraging water conservation during this dry period.
And over in Wicomico County, a burn ban has also been issued by the county executive due to drought concerns. Violations carry a $500 fine per incident, and a ban is also in effect in Worcester County.
Up next, Tennis Play Pause will tell you what action is being taken in Lewis after the courts were vandalized. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
Solo Cup Saturday night with me, Jared, 7 to 9 every Saturday on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated.
Listen to 93.5 The Beach, Delmarva's rock station.
Hello, what's funky, fun, and fabulous? The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island. Explore over 12,000 square feet of fabulous finds, from furniture to gifts, home decor, art, pottery, housewares, and more. New pieces arrive weekly, hand-selected for the ultimate unique shopping experience. Looking for something extra special? Special orders and free local delivery is available.
Don't miss the winter clearance sale.
25% off store-wide, October 11th through the 18th at the Pottery Place in Fenwick Island.
Michael Anderson of Anderson Wealth Management has the strategies you need to help plan your retirement. Catch Wise Money right here on WRDE.
Surface Solutions is a different kind of paving company. We believe that our reputation is more important than how much money we make. If we take care of our customers and ensure they have the best experience possible, financial success will find us. In our business, every job's not profitable, but we understand that going in. Your project will be done the right way no matter the outcome for us. It's all about doing the right thing, even when no one is looking. My best days are when we start with a customer and end with a new friend.
The American Heart Association invites you to join the Southern Delaware Heart Walk. It's time to unite, take action, and save lives. Every walker who joins, every dollar donated means more people trained in life-saving CPR, more research, and more life-saving moments for everyone. Join us at the Southern Delaware Heart Walk on November 3rd at the Rehoboth Beach Bandstand. Let's walk together to save lives. Register today at heart.org/SouthernDEWalk. Sponsored by Coast TV.
Lighten up your week. Subscribe to the Coast TV Feel Good Friday newsletter. Sign up now for free at coasttv.com. Get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox.
My horse would have been where he was supposed to be and would not have been hit by her.
Put her outside, please.
I'd like to point out that she was impaired when she was driving.
She's impaired now.
Judge Judy. Thursday at 2 on Coast TV.
Happening now, the tennis courts in Canal Front Park in Lewis are closed over the next couple of weeks due to repairs. Earlier this year, the city says the court was vandalized by someone on an electric bike who left tire marks on the property. The repairs are focused on fixing that, as well as the crank that raises and lowers one of the nets. Parks and Marina manager Janet Reeves hopes they will be open to the public again soon.
It will be the schedule back as usual. We alternate use by pickleball players and tennis players. So that schedule will continue. We're hoping to have the courts back open on Saturday.
The city says it will keep an update on when the courts will be reopened on their website.
Rough week? I'll cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. Sign up now for free at coasttv.com/signup, and you can get your weekly dose of joy directly into your inbox on Fridays. First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey is back with us. We have another day that we're expecting mostly dry conditions.
And
Mostly.
Bob, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. There I go again.
No, I was just going to say, you said there might be a chance for a few sprinkles, which we don't love rain, but we need rain.
We do. You're exactly right. Not a bad idea to have the umbrella handy at the coast. We're going to get a little bit of rain, nothing that is going to really end our dry streak, but maybe some raindrops in Fenwick Island this morning. Cloudy at noon, some sun later, a high around 60, and then Ocean City, maybe a shower for you, a high around 59. UV index is moderate. We'll see some sun later on. Waves around 3 to 5 feet. It will be choppy out there. Lewis and Rehoboth, you're mainly dry, maybe a slight chance of a shower this morning near 60 degrees. And then on the Bayside, your waves 2 to 3 feet, very choppy over there. Around 58 for a high for Cambridge, and similar conditions for Crisfield with a mix of sun and clouds. It remains dry with a weekend warm up and warm beyond that. More on that coming up in the next half hour.
And after the break on Coast TV News today, President Biden is pushing for more international support for Ukraine. We'll tell you what the country's president is hoping for that could grant it more protection in its war against Russia.
Also making memories in Milford, we have the celebration of the city and why this particular event means so much to the community.
And many in Lewis will honor those who gave their lives fighting terrorism overseas. We'll give you a first look at the memorial in Lewis when Coast TV News Today comes back.
Fall into planning at Bellaterra Garden Center. Come check out our locally sourced collection of trees and shrubs, all shapes and sizes. Did you know that Bellaterra is open 7 days a week? Join our garden club for big savings and first access to all sales promotions. Join us on October 19th through the 27th for our fall blowout sale, up to 50% off. Check Facebook and our Instagram pages for specific details. Located right off Route 16 in Ellendale. Bellaterra, your go-to garden center.
Dedication, determination, and drive. That's what's needed to be a DSN Scholar Athlete, brought to you by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Each month, we'll award a $1,000 scholarship to a Delmarva senior that excels in the classroom and in sports.
They must have a B average or higher and a drive for good sportsmanship.
Nominate your champion today on the Features tab on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
The DSN Scholar Athlete, sponsored by your Salisbury Honda dealer.
Oh, you can do that for me?
Stop hogging the new bathroom!
I'm on the phone!
Who are you on the phone with?
Alex from Peninsula Bath.
What are you wearing, Alex from Peninsula Bath?
Khakis? And with that second bathroom, we'll give you an additional 10% off.
Mercy! That's a great deal, Alex from Peninsula Bath.
Call now to lock in your 10% discount off your second bath remodel.
Thank you, Peninsula Bath.
Scoops and scores and Friday Night Lights. Football coverage like you've never seen before. Live games of the night every Friday night with the pre, half, and post-game shows. Plus, we'll take you around Delmarva for the latest real-time scores during Friday Night Lights. Tune in to the Delmarva Sports Network and the DSN app every Friday night this fall season. Scoops and scores and Friday Night Lights. Only on DSN and the DSN app. Now on Coast TV News.
It's a milder start this morning with clouds and even a few showers. Don't get excited for a steady rain. Otherwise, we're looking at more sunshine and dry weather on the way with a warm-up. Details coming up.
Liam Payne passes as many are waking up this morning to the news that the pop star died in Argentina. What police there have revealed so far.
Lewis Soldier Legacy, the tribute that begins later today, honoring those who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Brightest moon beams, the phenomenon in the sky, and what you can expect in less than 2 hours from now.
This is CoastTV News Today.
October 17th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Paige Marley's off today.
Yeah, we're approaching 5:30 on this Thursday morning. We just saw some of the super moon. Hopefully, some of the cloud cover that we have here that we're dealing with this morning will move aside so we can get a good view.
Yeah, I noticed it when I was driving this morning, and I liked it because it made it a little bit brighter outside, which is always a good thing. We're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. Bob, you said you saw it yesterday at 6:30 when it was rising.
I did, and I saw it yesterday evening, and I wish I had seen it when I drove in because I almost hit 3 deer this morning.
Oh.
Believe it or not, yeah, ran right in front of me. And we had the cloud cover, but that beautiful Hunter's moon is behind the cloud cover right now. We actually have a few showers coming in off the ocean. A lot of them are drying up. We had a little bit of rain in Milton earlier on, and we could see a stray shower along the coast, especially a little farther south. You can see the rain just kind of hovering off the coast. It would be nice if some of this pivoted in, but a lot of it will stay offshore, more of it near North Carolina as we have low pressure offshore. Where the clouds are thinner, it's in the 40s from Seaford down to Salisbury, and then we've got clouds and warmer low to mid 50s. Farther to the east, there is a northerly breeze at times gusting over 20 miles per hour. Will be a breezy and cool day, and a stray shower this morning, otherwise decreasing clouds. By mid-morning, we're in the 50s. You see we have increasing sunshine, and by the afternoon, struggling to get up to around 60 degrees, feeling cooler with the breeze. If you're riding on the ferry, it's going to be breezy and chilly. Temperatures only in the 50s this morning, 55 around noon.
Thank you, Bob. And new this morning and happening right now, as we mentioned, the closest supermoon of the year. Supermoon is the term that describes a full moon closer to Earth than normal. And according to Earth Sky, during a supermoon event, the orb may appear 8% larger and 16% brighter than an average full moon. And according to NASA, it will be its fullest in just a few hours at 7:26 a.m.
Library computers are still offline in Sussex County. Yeah, this after they were hacked by ransomware almost 4 weeks ago. According to the Sussex County Library Advisory Board, the cyber attack is still under investigation. Signs like these can be found outside of several libraries in the county. And while the libraries do have Wi-Fi, their computers are still down, and it's unclear when they will be up and running again.
Later this month, Sussex Tech is welcoming the community to its groundbreaking for its brand new building. You can see over my shoulder right now on the screen is the model, and a ceremony will be held on October 29th at 4 p.m., rain or shine.
Happening today in Lewis, the honoring of those who made the ultimate sacrifice in the global war on terror with the display of the Remember Our Fallen Iraq-Afghanistan National Memorial. We have some images of this from previous showings of the memorial. The opening ceremony begins at 1 this afternoon. It's at the Cape May Lewis Ferry Terminal. It's sponsored by the American Legion Auxiliary Department in Delaware. They're in partnership with Post 17 and the ferry, and the memorial will now be on display through October 20th.
And right now, Governor Carney has issued a Delaware flag to be lowered half-staff through sunset today. It's in remembrance of former Delaware Supreme Court Justice James T. Vaughn, Jr., and the former justice passed away on October 10th, and he was 75 years old. Milford is bringing the energy as the streets and sidewalks were packed full of people celebrating the annual community parade.
Yeah, as Coast TV news reporter Brendan Conroy shows us, the crowd was thrilled to be together for this special night.
Full streets, big smiles, and cool costumes. That was the vibe in Milford Wednesday as the city celebrated its annual community parade. The fun goes back 70 years and brings out floats, marching bands, and a bunch of different characters. Joseph Brozanius has been coming to the parade with his wife for the past few years. He says he loves the camaraderie it brings.
It's great because we don't get together too often as a community, so these parades bring us together, and we look forward to it every year.
People filled just about every inch of the sidewalks outside of stores and restaurants in downtown Milford to cheer on those participating. For Justin Turner, it's a chance to bond with his kids, including daughter Malia.
The highlight of this parade would be spending time with her and seeing my kids enjoy themselves walking in the parade. But just the community experience is a beautiful thing to see.
a tradition that brings in the whole community of Milford and those in the surrounding areas together. And it doesn't seem like that's going to change anytime soon.
For a parade that started 70 years ago, you can see the streets and sidewalks are still full as people are excited and off their feet for each and every float that comes on by, like this one right here behind me. In Milford, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
Happening today, President Joe Biden in Germany. He's expected to discuss support for Ukraine with European leaders. This trip comes a day after the White House unveiled another $425 million in military aid for Ukraine. But American support hangs in the balance as the U.S. election approaches and the Ukrainian president's victory plan isn't necessarily getting the international support he had wanted. At the heart of it is Ukraine's desire to join NATO, but the alliance has yet to invite the country.
Music fans around the world are mourning the death of former One Direction member Liam Payne. And the singer of the boy band died after police say he fell from the third floor of a hotel in Argentina. Few details are available at this time. Payne was 31 years old, and fans gathered outside of the hotel overnight, lighting candles in remembrance of the singer.
Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, supporting the fight against addiction. We'll show you how one Georgetown organization is standing with those who struggle with substance abuse.
Also, EZAC boys soccer showdown, the second half scoring surge that clinched a spot in the conference championship game.
And a crash in Harbison closed roads on Wednesday. We'll show you the damage to both cars and give you an update on those closures. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
Have you seen those crazy HVAC deals? Don't fall for that. At Above and Beyond Service Heating and Cooling, we just don't make promises, we deliver results. With our Peace of Mind maintenance agreement, you can rest assured we will keep up with your system throughout the year. We're a local company. You're not just a customer, you're our neighbor. Take advantage of our 0% finance for up to 72 months or up to $3,000 in rebates on a new train system. Call Above and Beyond Services to keep your family comfortable. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Is your garage door in need of an upgrade or a repair? Then Clark & Sons Garage Doors can help. We believe your garage door should be more than just functional. It should be a reflection of your personality and style. With over 60 years serving the entire Delmarva Peninsula, Clark & Sons delivers quality craftsmanship and exceptional service every time. We provide free estimates on new garage doors. Plus, we offer comprehensive maintenance services to ensure your garage door stays in perfect working condition. So call today and discover why Clark & Sons is the name you can trust.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on CoastTV.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
5:38 on this cloudy morning on the coast. Here's Irish Ice Cam looking cloudy and maybe a few showers for you the next couple of hours. Not a heavy rain, mainly cloudy right now across the Delaware and Maryland coast. There is some heavier rain offshore. We'll have to see if this pivots in a little bit. It gives us that better chance of rain along the coast, but I think that's where it will be confined to. We're looking at 50s mainly to the east and then 40s to the west where the clouds are a little thinner and those winds are gusty. They'll be gusting over 20 miles per hour at times, so the kids maybe grab an umbrella just in case. A spotty shower this morning, 45 off to school, and then heading home 58, breezy and chilly. Another way to get your forecast is the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. 443-880-9100 is the number, sponsored by Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
This morning, Delaware State Police will continue their work in determining the cause of a Harbison crash on Wednesday. This was a crash that closed roads in that area. Two cars hit each other at Route 9 and Prettyman Road.
And this morning, Delaware State Police will continue investigating a crash that killed one person in Greenwood. State police say a man was driving on Shawnee Road and lost control of his car. That car went off the road, hit a telephone box, and then crashed into a tree. He was reportedly not wearing a seatbelt, and the 28-year-old was pronounced dead at the scene.
Week 7 of the NFL season, it begins tonight, but let's talk about the game here Sunday night. Bob Trihey's new look New York Jets take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coverage on Coast TV begins at 7.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. Playoff action underway in ECAC boys soccer. Salisbury School visiting Delmarva Christian, a spot in the conference title game on the line yesterday. First half of action we go in this one. It's going to be Colby Seed. Makes his way down the sideline with the Royals hot on his feet. His shot goes wide. Game remains scoreless. Then John Lavioli tries to steal the ball from Harrison Skilbach, who goes for the goal, but Owen Holder makes the save. Still knotted at 0. Jay Parrish makes his way down the sideline now, crosses it, but no one is there on the post. Still no score in this game. First half still Royals corner. Celi Chavez lets it fly, but Dragons goalie Owen Holder there again jumps up to make the save, preventing another goal. Later on, Jay Parrish steals the ball from the Dragons and rips this shot. Bounces off the post, and Owen Holder is all over it, stepping up big for Salisbury School's second half of action. Eli Chavez passes the ball to Jay Parrish. He dodges the Dragons and then strikes it and finds the back of the net. The Royals take the 1-0 lead. Then the Royals with another chance on goal. It's going to be Casey Bell to Henry Ennis. Another beautiful strike to the opposite side of the net. Royals ahead now, and they go on to defeat Salisbury School 3-0. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
Tonight on DSN at 5:30, it's Scoops and Scores, followed by live Bayside Conference High School football when Easton at Queen Anne's. At 9:30, it's 1CW Wrestling, and at 11, it's the final score. On DSN Plus, you can also watch the Easton and Queen Anne's football game, and here are some of your app exclusives. We start with a 3:30 boys soccer match between Parkside and Bennett. At 4, always a big one on the high school football field schedule, Cape Henlopen makes the trip across the county to face Delmar. Indian River and Milford meet on the soccer at 5:30, and at 6, a city battle in high school football when Parkside hosts Y-High.
Today in entertainment news, a future film from 3.5 decades ago and turning an actor into a painter. David Daniel has your details in our Hollywood Minute.
The future. I gotta check this out, Doc.
Back to the Future Part 2 is coming back to theaters for its 35th anniversary. The most futuristic film in the time travel trilogy, set in 2015, returns to the big screen on Saturday, October 19th and Monday, October 21st, the date Marty and Doc travel to the future in the movie. More info at fathomevents.com.
I put it on canvas so that I can hold it by the throat.
Andre Holland stars in Exhibiting Forgiveness as a talented artist. The paintings in the film are by its writer-director, Titus Kaffar, who worked with Holland to make sure his star looked the part.
I couldn't even figure out how to color in within the lines when I was in kindergarten, so I was bad. So we started from below 0, but Titus was patient with me, man, and you know, we worked for about 3 months together, and he gave me a bunch of books to read, and we talked about color theory. We did all kinds of things to try and get to a place where I could believably inhabit this character.
Exhibiting Forgiveness is in theaters Friday. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
A reminder, the deadline is quickly approaching for Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. We support charities who handpick families in need, and they ensure every child gets a gift to open Christmas morning. Right now, we are still looking for those charities, and tomorrow is the final day for those nonprofits to submit an application for our campaign.
It is cloudy, breezy, and chilly in Ocean City right now. Could see a few showers for the next couple of hours. Then we're looking at the dry trend basically continuing right through the next several days. A warm up into the weekend, and then that lasts into next week. I'll have the details on the forecast after the break.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
See the beauty of Delmarva from a bird's eye view. Soaring over the shore, Mondays on Coast TV News at 6. Sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
You ever just wanna... Yeah, that's fall in Pennsylvania. You can't spell plaid without PA, and that's no coincidence. There's a reason folks fawn over our foliage, pine for our pumpkins, and sigh for our apple cider donuts. Fall is just fallier here. It's almost not fair to the other states, so get here. Pennsylvania, the great American getaway.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between. From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league.
We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference.
We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture.
What is Aaron Rodgers thinking? Where is my mind? Maybe he's thinking about these guys. DJ Watt! Because Sunday, he'll need to have answers. Jets, Steelers, Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock.
The time is now 5:46, and we're going to take a live look outside into Lewis this morning. And Bob, there's no sun out yet, but it's a little cloudy, as you were saying, a little creepy for Halloween time. Just, 14 days away.
Yeah, still, it definitely has that creepy look, Elisa.
It
does. It has the clouds and maybe even some spooky showers for the coast this morning. We could use some rain, and we are seeing some rain on the radar. Not in Delaware right now. It's just cloudy here. But then farther south into Maryland, that's where we're seeing some showers now, starting to move on shore near Chincoteague and then points north. So some of these can move into Newark, Girdle Tree, Franklin City here the next half hour or so. And there is more rain offshore, and it'd be nice if some of this pivoted inland, but it looks like it could just scrape along the coast the next couple of hours as more of that rain is extending into the Carolinas. We have low pressure offshore, and then just west of this system, look at this, we have a huge area of high pressure. So this high is going to push this low out of here, and then we're back to the really dry conditions. Where we have the clouds, we're in the 50s now from Millsboro to Bethany Beach, 53 in Rehoboth, 42 in Seaford, 46 in Salisbury. So it's a little cooler inland where the clouds are a little thinner right now. But everybody has a northerly breeze, pretty stiff right now, over 20 miles per hour, 27 miles per hour at Rehoboth. So pretty windy there, and we'll see those stray showers this morning. Here's Futurecast showing the arrows changing colors, and they're pretty yellow along the coast, indicating some of the stronger winds there. And mid-morning, we start to clear it out, and we're only into the mid-50s by noon. By 3:30, right around 60 in Selbyville and Millsboro and Georgetown, 59 at Bethany Beach, 56 in Dewey Beach. This evening, it's chilly and it's clear, and I think temperatures will be colder as we go into Friday morning. Low 40s from Seaford to Salisbury. I don't think we're looking at frost because there will be a bit of a breeze, but mid-50s at the coast. And then Friday afternoon, a little warmer, even though we have a northeast wind, mid to upper 60s. And then looking chilly for Friday night lights as temperatures are falling through the 50s. Clear skies, it will be dry, and we'll have a northeast wind as well, and pretty chilly heading into Saturday morning. You can see those northerly winds really gusting this morning and this afternoon. Over 20 miles per hour, maybe over 25 at the beaches, and still a little breezy this evening. And with the winds overnight into tomorrow morning, that will mix things up enough where we won't see a frost. In fact, it will be pretty breezy as we go through Friday. Looks like those winds do diminish a little bit as we go into Friday evening. As we see the core of the chilly air start to move to the east, you start to see the orange and red colors indicating the warm up into the weekend with low to mid 70s and then mid to upper 70s as we go into next week. And yes, remaining dry. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. You see how temperatures step up with time. 61 today. A little chance of a shower this morning. 68 with sunshine on Friday. Sunny this weekend, warming through the 70s, then mid to upper 70s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And yes, remaining dry.
Here you can see a butterfly resting on the ground, and that was a part of the Sun Behavioral's second annual Sun Goes Purple event.
Sun Behavioral provides treatment and therapy to those recovering from substance abuse, and this event was in honor of those who lost their lives to addiction.
Also in attendance, a number of vendors that provide mental health services, and Lorraine Leora, the Director of Business Development with Sun Behavioral, says recovery is one journey people can't go on alone.
We just appreciate having all of these people coming out to support someone who is going through struggles, or just to support the families of people who have lost a loved one to substance use overdose, because it is a huge factor in our community these days.
And Sun Behavioral hopes to have this event every year, and in order to celebrate those who have made it through such a hurdle, they released butterflies.
Happening now, Worcester County moving forward with plans to build a brand new Buckingham Elementary School in Berlin. Maryland stepping up with nearly $26 million in contribution. That's the largest ever for a school in the county. While Worcester County itself is adding $47 million to this project. And on Tuesday, county commissioners approved the school board's request to start design work, which should begin in the next 60 days. Construction is expected to finish by summer 2029.
The Delaware Department of Transportation is back with its Name That Plow contest. Students in grades K through 5 can submit creative names for Del.Dot snow plows, just like last year's winners, Ice Ice Blady and Melton John. You can enter to have your email plow. All you have to do is email the plow name and your school name to Del.Dot by November 8th.
Did you submit those, Lisa?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Up next on CoastTV News Today, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD, can be diagnosed in adults who are exhibiting symptoms and didn't even know it. We'll show you what a doctor says about dealing with adult diagnosis.
Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between. From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league.
We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference.
We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture.
And it's been 15 plus years we've been coming with Avery Hall. Now they're right up the street. Any of the products that give you that peace and sense of mind in the community where you live, Avery Hall, I think, can take care of their needs. You don't always realize what impact long-term your needs are going to be for your health. With Avery Hall, it's been a fabulous resource for that.
Avery Hall found an insurance company that could help us.
I think more of a steady, strong relationship.
As I get older, I was getting a little off balance. Got recommendations for baths by Bicep Brothers. I love my shower. It's perfect for me. My favorite part was probably how quick and easy it was. They came in the morning and they were done by afternoon. I definitely wanted the grab bars. They also put the seat in, which was very nice. The wand is good, especially if you're sitting. So much safer to get in and out of now. It seems like my showers are quicker that way. So it's perfect.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
It is considered a developmental disorder, and while symptoms of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD, start in childhood, many adults also have it.
And experts say there's help out there, but first there must be a diagnosis. Mandy Gaither explains the impact of ADHD can have on an adult and what to do if you suspect that you have symptoms.
When Allison Burke's daughter started struggling to pay attention, a family doctor thought it might be ADHD. So this mom took her high schooler to be tested.
It sounded very familiar. And so through her diagnosis, I decided to go ahead and go through the testing process myself.
Turns out they both had ADHD and had been suffering with symptoms. Just like in children, the disorder can cause problems in daily life for adults, including having trouble paying attention, getting distracted, disorganization, procrastination, poor time management, difficulty remembering daily tasks, frequently losing things, and being forgetful.
I just kept feeling so seen and validated for the first time in my adult life.
Health experts say there are many reasons someone may not be diagnosed with ADHD until adulthood, but it's never too late to seek a diagnosis because treatment can help make day-to-day life easier, says psychologist Justin Bartarian with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center.
We're thinking about a pattern of symptoms that have been consistent throughout your life that significantly impact your functioning.
Burke now realizes she struggled as a child, but after diagnosis and treatment, she says her life's been changed.
I always tell people it's kind of like it just quiets down my brain and my body so that I can have that energy to focus on implementing those other tools that I've learned through therapy.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The time is now 5:55, and we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day, man's best friend on your screen. That is Ruby. Ruby is a rescue who is very loved by her new family, and Ruby's family encourages everyone to adopt a rescue, and Ruby was submitted to us by her family in Longneck.
We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva, so send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. All you have to do is take a look at your screen.
Yeah, you can scan that QR code at the top. Get your furry friend us here at CoastTV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
And it's now 5:56, so here's a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, I got some cloud cover to start the morning, Bob, but we are continuing this dry stretch here.
Yeah, it is nice to see a few showers possible this morning, mainly along the coast. Wish it was more of a widespread event, but that's not what we're looking at. Here is your day part forecast. Maybe a few showers early on, especially along the coast. Otherwise, temperatures chilly again today, 40s and 50s. A stiff northerly wind, a high only around 60 degrees later on. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Aside from that shower chance this morning at 61 degrees, it's dry. Friday, 68, sunshine into the weekend, warming through the 70s. We're into the mid-70s as we go into Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe upper 70s, and then cooling down a little bit by the end of the week into the weekend, but remaining dry throughout the 10-day period.
All right, thanks, Bob. And coming up in our next hour, slowing the ride, the impact that a terrible motorcycle crash had in Ocean City to future events in the town. That and more as Coast TV News Today continues.